GG's The Mouthful podcast is brought to you by goodgame.tech, the most welcoming gaming community on Facebook. Join the conversation at www.goodgame.tech.
What's up, everyone? This is Arnaldo, aka Mad Dog, and this is going to be the real episode 94 of GG's The Mouthful podcast.
It's Friday. It is Friday. It's podcast day. Oh yeah! Happy Saturday, since it's the day that it releases.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He was too busy enjoying himself.
That voice, of course, is Mr. Dream Twister himself.
Howdy doody, everybody. Howdy doody. Howdy
You know
doody.
that
Howdy doody. Howdy doody.
When you can't just get your glasses cleaned at all.
Oh yeah. We're having glasses. You us glass users.
Glasses users.
Yeah. Is that what they call us?
Sure, winner.
Yeah. All right.
Call it.
So that's the eternal struggle. Trying to clean this damn glasses. They get all messed up, all smudgy, and then I have a cleaner thingy here.
Oh,
See if it works.
That might actually work.
It might actually work. Nope. Look at what it did to mine.
that last voice, of course, is Miss Shadow 24/7, Krista Montanez, cleaning her glasses over there because she can't see.
For a podcast, which is important.
Which is audio.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to read.
Hello,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
She can't read the prompter. How is she expected to say?
Oh, yes. I forgot about
her
the
script.
teleprompter.
Exactly. So,
Well, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. If this is your first time listening, first off, please like, subscribe, and share the podcast with everyone. Also, just to kind of quickly go over what we do, we always kind of go over what we've been up to, go over some news items, and then go into our hot topic of the week. This week's hot topic is,
Netflix.
will Netflix be able to sustain the world it built?
And if you want to find out, stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that. First, our first segment, as always, what have we been up to? Mr. David Santos, I'm going to throw it over to Krista Montanez.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's like just waiting, you know?
Woo.
I know. It's like he didn't see it coming.
So, Game Awards, I haven't really done much.
All right. Mr. David Santos. Oh, no. Okay.
And me neither. Back to you.
No, I did play. I played Rhyme. Since it was
Oh,
one
okay.
of the free games.
The
this one.
freebies.
And I am enjoying it
Yeah.
a lot.
Have you played it?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
before?
what you said. Oh.
No, not
Oh,
before,
before.
no. It's the first time that I've been playing it. And I
not
thought
sure
it was
if I loved
going to
it.
be like a small game. It's not. Like, it doesn't
Oh,
feel
no,
like
yeah.
it.
Yeah, the game is...
Like, it has a very big map, you know,
It looks like
it
it.
has
It
a
looks
lot
like there's a
of,
lot to it.
collectibles in it, more than, like, Journey. More than
yeah.
Journey.
Yeah.
Oh, There's
Journey.
no, like voice acting in it. It's all, silent.
No grunts or anything like that? Like Link? Yeah. No, that.
Well, like, of course there's grunts, but I mean,
Okay.
like,
I'm just checking.
actual, like, words.
Words. No spoken words.
There will be grunts in this game. But...
It's a fairly long game. I haven't even beaten it yet, but I would play like maybe an hour or two, but I'm sure like you can finish it in one sitting if you wanted to.
Awesome. How's the graphics? It's cell shaded, right? Cell shaded look to it?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Wind Waker. Like it looks a lot of like Wind Waker.
The looks...
I think actually as of today, I played Overwatch to play the new event. Well,
Oh,
not really new event, but
the Year
a
of the
recurring
Dog?
one. Yeah, they put a new Capture the Flag map, which I have yet to play.
Yeah.
The skins have gotten better.
The skins, I really like the skins this
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like they've really gotten better. Still sad though how some characters don't have anything yet, but oh well.
So when they say Year of the Dog, is it because they're going by the Chinese zodiac year?
Yes.
Yeah.
And every outfit...
It kind of reflects the Chinese culture. Yeah.
Okay.
You might not know this, but there's a huge Chinese following of Overwatch.
I always thought
A
it was.
lot of players.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they're in the league.
And they're also really, really good.
Oh man. I was playing some Ark actually before I got here. We
Okay.
were just doing, Ark stuff, so it doesn't really matter. We did ride a T-Rex though.
Oh, on purpose.
Yeah, on
Okay.
purpose. Yeah, we rode
I
a
did that
T-Rex.
also in Monster Hunter. Oh.
But that takes a while. Just saying.
Oh no, you get it real quick.
Another thing though that I just started this week was watching Altered Carbon on Netflix.
Oh man, that was the only thing that I have to talk about.
Well, now we can all discuss it.
yes,
go.
yes. Let's discuss it because
I haven't gotten very far. Only about 3 episodes. Well, 2 episodes, almost 3 episodes in so
Okay.
far. So
that's right. You start watching episodes and then cut them in the middle. You don't mind that.
it depends, really. Like if I'm too tired, I can't continue because then like I won't really grasp it all.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
that series is very high concept. I feel like
And
you have to be
they're-
paying attention. If you feel the slightest bit tired,
You can't.
stop.
Yeah, especially since they're hour-long episodes. Like if they're shorter, maybe I can do it, but
no. It doesn't look like the type of show that lends itself to that. And I gotta say, not to get in your
no, that's fine.
part, so far I'm 2 episodes in. I'm still giving it a chance, obviously, because you can't really grasp the world from just and what's really happening on just 2 episodes. But for it to be high concept sci-fi, it hasn't really grabbed me yet.
It's understandable.
Or it doesn't seem to. Maybe expecting it to grab me so soon, it's a little unrealistic, even though it's possible. But I haven't found the part that will really make me want to watch the next one.
No, that's all right. Just keep watching. That's how I was when I first watched the first episode. Because I'm like, what's this? Like I was so confused what was going on, but I kept watching, and as I kept watching, I started grasping more of it.
Yeah, it's an episode. It's a show that expects you to
Pay attention.
pay attention and understand some concepts like right off the bat.
That's probably one of my. That's probably one of the things I love about it. It doesn't. By the way, I've also watched this for the record.
Yeah.
I'm up to episode 4, so I'm gonna kind of dodge some landmines here just to make sure I don't accidentally talk about the episode that you guys haven't seen. And for the record, I will keep this fairly spoiler free for everybody else. That said, the fact that they don't sit and explain stuff. That's, to me, I've always enjoyed films and shows that just say, "Don't worry, you will understand. It will all make sense." And to a point where it's like, we want you to figure out, whatever it is. I especially when it comes to sci-fi. This show reminds me a lot of Blade Runner, but more than that, I definitely have to compare it with the Ghost in the Shell series, because that's a similar thing. The body swapping, of course, you're swapping within robots, but the brain that can be moved to another body is still a human brain. So it's a lot of concepts in there. A lot of the questions that it asks is, are you still human if you're not in the same body that does this change how you view humanity? And it does some really weird things. I was like Shadow at the beginning. The very first episode didn't completely grasp me. So I was like, I still want to keep watching. I've finished 3 so far, and I'm on the 4th one. And I really do like it. I like all the little concepts of it. The hotel, that's completely AI hotel. I'm like, that is just mad cool. You know what I mean? And I'm really digging it. So.
It's also so far ahead in the future they sort of expected. I guess my thing is that there's a lot of concepts here that are interesting. But I feel like the series, and it's again very early to tell. This is just my initial gut reaction. it probably won't focus so much on the setting of the of the place. It's gonna be a little bit more. Well, this is the and I'm sure this is not a spoiler. This was in the trailer. This is about solving the mystery of a murder.
Yeah, correct.
You know,
correct, yeah.
so it's
Which
gonna
is
be
fine, yeah.
well, yeah, oh yeah,
It's
totally.
It's a whodunit with the backdrop of this huge sci-fi world.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and I'm okay with it. I'm all right with
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and I could definitely appreciate on shows that and movies that let you figure things out for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying that this it's a little concept heavy.
Very
So
concept heavy, yeah.
it's almost like a the closest description I could come to my head is it's like a Dark Souls series.
Correct. Yeah.
I mean, not a Dark Souls series, but a Dark Souls level of figure stuff out for yourself,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
kind of situation here, and that gets me a little concerned with them using the trope of solving a lot of the issues with technobabble, which is, this happened. Oh, it's because of this futuristic doohickey over here, or this is how we ended up resolving this, plot point. Whatever. And I had to be vague, of course.
Yeah, that's true.
But which is, if you don't know what I mean by that term, that's term I believe, I could be wrong, but it was going when episodes of the Next Generation of Star Trek, the Next Generation, will solve themselves with some unexplicable thing that doesn't exist, but hey, this sounds like our escape. This sounds like this could resolve the issue that's happening on this show. Usually you dilate the dilithium crystals and put the positronic shield into the whatever, and boom, you're able to escape whatever problem you're having.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like MacGyver, almost you could say, but with more unrealistic stuff. MacGyver did it with real stuff, which even though it was almost impossible for whatever he was constructing to solve an issue, it made it look believable because it was always made with items that were around. Whether this one, of course, they could just make up anything.
Perhaps, but I think
like the AI hotel that suddenly, for some reason, has guns in the ceiling. Stuff like that.
Well, I mean, that's like security measures, kind of.
Yeah,
I put
sort
that
of
totally.
If you
security
think about
measures. It is
quote unquote security.
yeah, exactly. It's kind of a little hyper militaristic, but okay.
I put that on the almost like its version of the what do you call it? John Wick hotels.
Yeah.
What is it? The the Continental.
The Continental, yes.
Hotel.
Oh my god,
So-
you're making me want to watch. John Wick
Yeah,
again.
so good.
The Continental.
That's where I chalked it up to, basically saying, okay, so
I don't know if
this is a because realistically, the from what I can tell, those AIs really can't do much. I mean, they're stuck in that hotel, but
Yeah,
I can see that being a security measure and it's protecting the just like in the Continental, they protect regardless what your problems is
the
outside.
special type of.
Correct, yeah.
So this is a specialized hotel. This is not a hotel where anybody could stay. 'Cause
Correct,
it
but you
seems
have to be
been the
you have to be a
right.
client,
You have to
which
be a client.
which is why he couldn't help.
Yeah.
Spoilers for this guy, which is why they couldn't help at all until he, made his payment essentially to
Oh,
say,
okay,
okay,
yeah.
and then at that point he came
Yeah.
out and started helping.
Don't worry, guys. That was not.
Yeah, it's not a big
spoiler,
spoiler,
but
but it's-
we're just dancing around.
That
it,
said, Poe is awesome. I love Poe.
but that character is really cool.
Well,
Probably a favorite.
The concept of wearing different human bodies as just like your skin, like just basically clothing almost.
I refer to
not
it as
clothing.
sleeves. So
Yeah, they refer to it as
yeah.
sleeves. Yeah, and I mean clothing in the sense of that if you get killed, your conscious gets it's downloaded into a thing that you have on your neck.
A stack.
Yeah, a stack,
It looks like
you
a
know.
little disc essentially.
Yeah, and
That's-
that could get passed to another host. That's
Or,
to
another
sleeve, yeah.
yeah.
Or clones.
Or
as,
to
as
clones,
mentioned in
yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
Clones.
There's a little bit. There's a lot of explanations of why isn't this way? And you sort of have to figure it out. But again, it's not to it's not to say anything bad about it. Just it's too early. I'm gonna continue watching, and if you guys are interested, and if you guys like sci-fi, I will recommend it. If you're not into sci-fi, then steer clear.
Yeah.
Give it a wide berth.
Tina,
I mean, it
this
is,
is not for you, Tina.
It's not for Tina.
I mean,
for
it's
sure.
only what 10 episodes at most.
10 episodes, yeah. Season 1,
So
10
that's not
episodes. They've
bad.
already, by the way, quick update that they've already greenlit season 2. So it's doing pretty well.
Okay, well that's Netflix, so they greenlit everything. Oh,
We'll discuss that a little bit
I
later.
wish that was the truth.
A little
Teaser.
That's a little teaser.
teaser
Yeah,
for the,
yeah.
Top. Shadow, you had the floor.
I still have the floor, huh?
Yes.
All right. So
I thought it was gonna be your turn.
well, I haven't said I wasn't done yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yep.
done, just in case. That's all I did. And Monster Hunter. So I'm done.
So I guess one little thing that I just remembered is that since I'm a little heartbroken,
Uh-oh.
I've been playing a bit of Paragon as well.
Oh, Paragon.
Oh wow! You gave it a big send off, a big goodbye.
Yeah, because it's heartbreaking, honestly.
Yeah, that is sad. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Did you spend
Did they
money
pull
on
the
it?
plug already?
No. They don't pull the plug until
Till
April.
right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you got at least a month and a half to play. No, I didn't spend money on it. I never really did, but I did enjoy it. Like I like the concept because I do like play MOBAs a lot.
It's okay if you did spend money. Apparently, it's like pulling teeth to try to get that refund they promise everybody.
Really?
Apparently.
Yes.
Is that bad? I haven't heard.
Well, it's just
I
not.
didn't hear
It's not
that.
like, hey, here's the money back. There's a lot of
People
stuff you
who-
got to go through in order
yeah,
to get it back. So
a lot of people who
Show
spend
me the
money on it.
receipt.
yeah, I guess
Pretty
so.
much. So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Awesome, Mr. Santos. You seriously got nothing else going on? And
What about, like-
Time's up.
Monster
Okay.
Hunter. So.
That's it. All right.
Real quick, I do want to announce the new brew.
Oh
It,
snap!
we had brewed
Who's
it
the winner?
on Monday, right? You and I, Mr. Santos and
Yeah,
I,
we
we
prepared
brewed it
it.
on Monday.
Yeah.
It is called Lag Spike.
Last Spike.
That is the new title.
The winner of the Name Our Next Brew.
Next brew, yes. It is an amber ale, as I mentioned. It will have, it will be brewed with oak chips to give it that nice little oaky hints,
Oh,
as they
that's
say.
awesome. Yeah.
So yeah, that's the next brew. I haven't done other than Altered Carbon. I really haven't done much myself. I do want to mention because I just want to talk about Monster Hunter for a little bit here, if you guys don't mind.
The floor is yours.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
go
sir.
ahead.
I decided to sell most of my weapons because I'm like, I'm not going to learn all these. I have no desire to learn
Did
how
you
to
buy them all in the first place?
No, they gave you all of them. You get all of them in the beginning.
Those
Yeah,
are
they-
weapons that. Oh, really?
They do.
Yeah,
they
you
give
get
you
them all
the
in the
basic
beginning.
weapons.
Oh, I never thought of it that way. I always
always done
thought
that.
they were there. The basic ones were there, and I thought that. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, no wonder they never charged me, or I never noticed.
So I was making. I was
I have so
basically
much
making.
money.
They've always done that though. They've always put the basic
Okay,
weapons
so you
there.
can sell them.
So you can
back.
switch whenever you want to.
Correct.
But you can rebuy. You can
You can just
repurchase them
rebuy
if
them
you need
if
them.
you want
Okay.
to. But I don't want to. I want to specialize, as they say.
Why did
And-
you sell them though? It's not like you're missing money. I mean, you get a crap ton of money all the time. Yeah, I
just
feel like-
because, dude. I want more money. How about that? I want to make investments. Is that okay?
Same
You
old
get
why.
petty every
Monster.
single time you
Yes,
sell one.
exactly. The
It's
same
not a
old
very
way.
good time to be making investments, I would say.
Yeah, you're right. But not in the Monster Hunter world, though.
No.
So I ended up keeping the automatic crossbow and the switch axe.
The automatic crossbow being the one that is almost like a minigun.
Yes. No, not the minigun. The minigun is the big assault crossbow, or is like the one that you can't even run with. This is the little one, so more like a rifle,
Oh, okay.
automatic rifle. And I kept that one. I've already upgraded a couple, though. I think I have like the Bone 2 and some Hunter or whatever. And then the switch axe, I also upgraded that. I like the switch axe. Definitely enjoy that one. And of course, I kept the insect glaive because that shit is my shit.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that if you kept it or not. Like, I'd be sad if you didn't.
Oh no! That I was literally just gonna let go of all my weapons. I'm like, I'm just gonna master this insect glaive. This is just what, until
but you get bored.
I played against the Anjanath, and I realized, and then there was another beast, the Paolumu, I realized that while this is a good weapon to certain beasts, I am more of a liability. You know what I mean? The Paolumu though is better to have it because I can jump up high with it while it's flying. But the Anjanath, dude, that shit would knock me right out of the air like nothing, dude. That's why it took me 3 times to actually defeat him. And so anyway, I decided to stick with this. I play a little bit with Giovanni on Friday. Actually, I played till almost 6 o'clock in the morning on Friday.
Oh yeah.
And I played with Giovanni, and that was a lot of fun. He finally got to see the crazy multiplayer, the way that works.
Let me tell you, when that guy talks in your ears while you're playing,
I know
it melts your ears.
it does a little bit, yes.
Yeah,
And
he
your
has the
hearts,
dulce tones.
and your hearts,
And your hearts,
Yes,
exactly.
pretty quickly.
Yes.
That sweet molasses. It is.
Yes. He's the, what's the actor?
Morgan Freeman. Our
He's
very
the
own
Morgan
Morgan
Freeman.
The Spanish Morgan Freeman.
He's
over
the
here.
Spanish Morgan Freeman. For those of you who have not listened to Giovanni, first of all, what are you doing? Download his podcast like right now, unless you don't speak any Spanish, in which case this will serve as a good
No,
practice.
Do it anyway. You'll know the voice we're talking about.
Oh yeah, you'll definitely know, yeah.
And also
And
go
his
to.
podcast is called Nivel Escondido.
I was just going to say, Nivel Escondido is also on Twitch at Nivel. I think it's Nivel_Escondido at twitch.tv. Good show. They put up streams all the time. He was just playing Shadow of the Colossus the other day. I was watching him.
Oh, I saw
That
the
looks
unboxing.
Amazing.
Yeah,
He did an
yeah,
unboxing as well.
unboxing.
Yeah.
Those guys, let me tell you, they don't lack content.
No, they don't.
They are. Yeah.
No, they don't. So yeah, that's it. That's all I've been up to.
I forgot to mention and ask you.
I also forgot something. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask you. Did you were you able to get the Horizon set?
I got the weapon for mincemeat. I only got the weapon for him, which is fine. I'm like, okay, the armor is whatever, but the weapon, I'm like, what happened is that it's one of those things that you have to go into the arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, when you do it again, it's the same arena, and I'm like, oh man, I don't want to do this all over again. So
The
I really
grind
didn't
is
go back
real.
for it.
It was not difficult.
That's all
So I did the arena. I did it 3 times. I got the armor set because it comes with a whole set, and my Palico Chrono looks really cool as a watcher from Horizon Zero Dawn. Unfortunately,
Is he wearing armor that looks like the Watcher, so you can still
Yeah.
see him?
no.
He just looks like Watcher.
Yeah, he looks like a standing up, like a mini watcher. It's deformed. It still looks like like if a Palico was cosplaying, basically. That's what it looks like.
Gotcha.
That's what it looks like.
That's what I thought.
And so yeah, it's kind of silly. What I like is I don't know if you remember, do you know on Horizon when the camera is in front of one of those monsters, especially with the watchers, it does that particular. It's not like a lens flare or anything like that, but it's like it almost like a small tiny. I don't even know what to call it. It's like an effect, basically. That you could tell that they're looking at you, stuff like that.
The lights change from yellow, from blue to
it has
yellow.
that, but it also has like a particular like a sparkle. I want to call it. I don't know. It's very particular. I always liked it. It was a good. It looked good on Horizon, but it does it here also. So it looks like a very convincing watcher. Cool. But it's still, it's still your all Palico. You're all pal.
Well, the Halo armor is later this month.
Later this month. Okay, I'll
This
do whatever it comes up.
Yeah. I want to get that Ryu.
What about that? I was going to say the Street Fighter one. When does that come out?
Yes. I don't think it has been announced a particular date. I mean, there's a trailer out there. And it looks super rad
Probably
and
know
super
it could be out
stupid.
now.
It's great.
Yeah, I want to check that out, especially the Ryu one.
Unfortunately, we're in a conundrum because you have the weapon, I have the armor. So we should flip, and then whoever wins gets the other person's.
Oh, so it's like that. Oh, see, I was thinking of more like, all right, I tell you what, I'll lend you the weapon, you'll use it for a week, then you lend me the armor.
Oh, we can do that. Yeah, sure.
so
Hey, run me through some monsters like that, and you can keep it. I don't care.
Yeah, all right, there you go. Also, I wanted to quick shout out to Gilberto, Luna, and I can't remember the other guy's name. I am so sorry. But it was a lot of fun. We also played together, the four of us, on Saturday, and that was a lot of fun. So we got a little squad going, but we only have 2 members. Damn it! So
Can you invite people?
I can't. You have to do it.
Oh, this.
Yeah,
Oh my God!
I can't.
Capcom. Are you serious?
Yeah, I
So
tried to
I
do it. It
have to
says
be-
only the owner or whoever. I guess.
Oh
the owner.
my
Yeah.
God! I'm telling. Oh, why does he have to be like that? Why?
don't know.
Why does Monster Hunter need to be so Monster Hunter-y?
It's living up to his name, sir. Is all I can say.
Oh man.
Finally, the Super Bowl was this last
Yes,
Sunday.
it was.
And
Yep.
had a nice little get together at the
Shit, we should
crib.
have opened with that actually. 'Cause that was the
yeah.
most
Why?
exciting thing
I
of the
mean, you
week.
saved the best for last.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how many people are gonna, really be into this, so I won't stick on it for very long. But Philly won. I did not cheer for Philly, but I also did not cheer for the Patriots.
So you
because-
didn't care either way.
No, I was cheering whenever somebody was losing, and it didn't matter who it was. I was like,
That's the state of
yay.
affairs. I was a Philly fan for a day because I don't follow football, but I knew that the Patriots has won many times, and I was like, you know what, the underdog. Let's root for the underdogs. I don't know if they're really the underdogs for all intended purposes. They might be like freaking superstar of the divisions. I don't know that. I know that they have beat
They are,
your.
And that's why I don't like them, because they're in my division
In your
with
division.
with the Dallas Cowboys, and I cannot, as a Dallas Cowboy fan, cheer for for Philly. So
in other words, the Super Bowl felt very close to like
I
the
was
elections.
I was
felt to
hoping
you last year.
for a draw by the end.
2016.
So, but of course, that was never going to happen. Anyway,
Both of the teams lost.
both of the teams lose.
Yeah.
Neither wins.
Yeah.
Obviously, that didn't happen. It was a lot of fun. If you didn't see it, you missed out on a great game. Unless you're not
was
into
really
football, then
Yeah,
it is
apparently
what
there
it
was
is.
actually less, like a little less viewings this time.
Yes, and I think it has directly to do with the whole not standing for the anthem thing. A lot of people just really just stopped watching,
I guess.
which I think is silly. I mean, I don't agree with them not standing. That said, it's their patriotic right to do that if that's
Yeah,
what they
I thought
want.
we live in America.
Yeah, so-
Oh, that's right. Wait, we live in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I understand.
yeah. So that said, it was a good game, and that's it. That's all I've been up to. So, guys, we're gonna go right in to some news items.
A lot of news,
A lot of little news,
but
a lot
nothing of
news.
weight. Yeah.
Nothing massive. I'm gonna just keep this on the movie corner here and just kind of roll through these three. First off, during the Super Bowl, you may have seen a little trailer for Han Solo, a Star Wars story.
Oh, you mean Solo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Solo,
Yeah.
Han Solo.
The title is Solo.
Yes, but it's Han Solo. So
No, it's Solo.
I know
It's just solo.
Solo.
it's not called Solo.
Solo. No, it's not called Solo.
Yeah.
I'm saying
but it's Han Solo though.
just Solo. Solo.
It's not called just Solo either. So
No, that's right. No.
Okay.
Solo is Han Solo's solo movie about his solo adventure.
but it's Han. You just said his name is Han, so
Damn
it's
it.
Han Solo.
Why do they keep putting confusing names? How long does this thing has to be?
I don't know. I'm not sure. That said, the trailer was out, sir, ma'am. What do you guys think?
Oh man, you want to start with me? Because
I don't know. Either one of you.
I don't know about this thing. I mean, no. Oh, okay, all right. So serious. He looked like it looks like a Star Wars movie. I'm gonna watch it, but didn't change my mind. Didn't change my mind that it just looks like a
I mean, I'll
silly
probably
crash
like
bag. And-
watch it eventually.
I'm sure we're gonna be all in the
Of
theater.
course,
at
of
the
course. I
same
mean,
time
it's a
watching
Star
the
Wars
shit.
movie.
Yeah.
Come on,
It is,
nobody's
it
gonna
is.
say no. I'm gonna
But I'm
ban
not
this from
like.
happening.
I guess
I
I'm
mean,
not
we watched the Justice
extremely,
League for crying out loud.
Oh God, don't
I'm not
remind me of that.
extremely hyped for it. I should say. Like, I'll still watch it. Just
Yeah.
I'm not hyped for it.
No, my hype level is dormant. Also, I mean, like I said, it's the issue that I have with this movie is that I always thought that Han Solo character is interesting to like think about his origins and ponder what your imagination gives you. But this is going to explain how he was in another like amazing adventure solo. Well, apparently not solo because he has a bunch of people young.
No, yeah,
which
he's
we're
not solo
never
at
gonna
all.
see on any other future, because, of course, it's a prequel. What do you think?
Exactly. None of these people make it.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
exactly. No.
Except for Han Solo.
It's a Solo, yeah.
From what I saw in the trailer, what I gathered, it appears to be sort of a Star Wars heist film, which I kind of dig. I don't know if there's a heist. It just kind of looks and feels like it almost looks like Ocean's 11, but it's Solo's 5.
exactly.
or
What we don't.
6.
Exactly what we don't need.
5. Yeah, we'll go. Solo's 5. is what
Solo's
this is.
5.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's what it looks like, and it looked all right. I agree. We still don't need this movie. This is not. This is just Disney cashing in, and guess what? We're all going to be in the theater again, handing the money. So
Of course. Yeah.
we can't complain here.
You're a Star Wars fan. Of
Yeah.
course, you're gonna want to know what's happening. And I speak for myself. Of course, I'm gonna want to see. I mean, this is going to become lore. Whatever happens, even though it probably will never get mentioned. Well, they're probably gonna throw in how he won
dice.
the
Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, the Millennium
We're gonna
Falcon.
find out where the
playing
dice came from,
Yeah, and. Probably had the race where he won by whatever.
The Kessel Run, yeah.
The Kessel Run, there you go. Thank
12
you.
parsecs.
Shows how much of a Star Wars fan I am. I don't remember
Yeah, what the hell, dude?
basic concepts.
Not to mention, maybe it should show at least hint at the life debt that that Chewie has. How he got. How
exactly.
he.
Exactly.
So,
It's like hey,
actually, mentioning all these things.
they did it for
I kinda
Indiana
do wanna see
Jones.
it, so.
They did it for Indiana Jones.
Oh dear.
Why would they not have for
Yeah.
Solo?
Not Indiana Jones.
You know what? I would have actually. Now that I think about it, I think I would have been more okay with a Solo series.
TV series?
Yes.
No.
No, probably not.
That has potential for
No.
badness. Bad.
Yeah.
Well,
This at least you
Hey,
have
I heard
2 hours of stuff.
Young Indiana Jones apparently was.
I don't know. I've never
I don't
watched
know.
it.
Actually, I
I've
don't
never
know.
watched it.
Probably great. Probably the best thing on TV.
That said, another trailer dropped this week. Deadpool 2.
2. Yes.
How'd
See
you
that?
think about that?
I-
That
That was
I will
a
be
really
excited
good.
for.
Yeah.
I am excited for it.
I'm very curious because they certainly chose a very good time to release this movie,
Yes.
didn't they?
May 14th?
May 14, exactly.
May 14th
Yeah.
is their release date, which is
Like a
exactly
week after.
10 days
10
after
days.
the Avengers Infinity War.
They like. I mean, we kind of know
A Marvel-
why they
a
did
Marvel-
it, but I still feel like it gives you some time to digest Infinity War.
And get paid again, and
then go straight into Deadpool.
$30 in the movie theater.
yeah.
Uh,
That's gonna be an
Marvel movie
there, my friend.
cannibalizing how Marvel. When have I seen something similar, but in the gaming industry? I'm trying to think.
EA.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
EA,
Battlefront,
yeah.
no, Battlefield, and
Battlefield 1 and and Titanfall 2.
and Titanfall 2 lost.
Yeah.
Horribly.
Mm,
Though
horribly.
that said, the budget and everything for Deadpool 2 is obviously significantly lower. So anything
True.
that's any amount they
Still
make
higher
is gonna
than
be
the
good.
first one.
Oh no, yeah, it is. But it's an R-rated movie, so it's not going to be in the 100 million.
No,
So
no.
Yeah.
I think it could. I think it's. I don't know. The setup is weird. They should have. They should have pushed this movie farther away from this, or
they
should have
did.
released it sooner.
It was actually closer to the
Star Wars.
ending to Solo. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's coming out earlier because they wanted a story that I read was to get out of the way of Solo. So I guess.
Which is, yeah.
Well,
It-
now they this
So,
is quite
in order to
literally
get
the
out
same
of
exact.
Solo, let's put
Yeah.
it next to the Avengers. Bravo, Disney.
Dude,
Bravo.
no, that's Fox, my friend. That's Fox.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
It is.
Yeah, that's
Which
right. That's,
actually, I guess, when I think about it, Disney.
they're
kinda owns
gonna
portion
they're really
of that
gonna
now.
fox this movie up, don't they?
They
Aren't
sure
they?
will. That said, what do you think of the trailer? Trailer was pretty funny, man.
Trailer was it was pretty hilarious. I mean,
Same old Deadpool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was very.
That's what it is.
But I expected nothing more. And nothing less,
Cable
so.
looks cool. I'm glad he's.
Cable
I'm glad
looks
he
all right. Yeah, yeah. I do
We
like
got a glimpse of Domino. I don't know if you saw her in the back. She was a girl with the fro hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yes.
Domino.
Yeah.
I didn't see her painted makeup, which she normally has, but that's okay. I guess that doesn't need to be in the movie. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm pretty interested in it. Finally, last movie that I have on this little tiny list here is
That's the
the
important ones.
Venom movie. from
yeah.
Sony. Yeah, so
When's that coming? May what?
That one, no, that was October, my friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
At
that's
least
later.
someone.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's way out of the way. What do you
That-
think? It was more of a teaser. What'd you think of it?
Well, I'm excited for the movie. This trailer did absolutely nothing because if it was meant to be a teaser,
It did
I feel
exactly
like-
that, no?
no, not really, because they didn't give me any flavor of what was coming. It just gave me a guy just screaming.
Yeah, but we
Well,
know
I mean,
who that is.
That's a teaser.
Yeah, but you get nothing else. I mean, I guess you have to be a super fan or a fan of this. Because
Perhaps,
otherwise,
I
it just
mean-
looks like every other movie. Like there was nothing here I mean,
You got to see the
me,
symbiote.
no, yeah, I guess I got to see
for a hot
the
minute.
symbiote because
If you were paying attention, you knew what it was.
If I
Yes.
show this, what my point is that if I were to show this to somebody that didn't know, they would not have any idea. Oh, this is that Venom movie that they keep talking about. This just moves the teaser. I'm not
that's exactly-
rating the actual
Yeah, the
movie because
movie,
we don't
yeah,
know
no,
anything
yeah.
about that.
But isn't that the point of a teaser?
It should okay. So a teaser should give you like a flavored version of what's happening, of what's coming. This has no flavor. This was just
So
water.
you mean like a
This was
trailer,
distilled
right?
as. Huh?
Because you mean like a trailer, right? Because
No,
most
not
teasers
even.
apparently
Because
now
I don't
are
watch.
trailers.
I don't watch trailers. I don't mind watching the teasers because it sets me up for something. You know, this one it didn't feel like it had anything. Like this could have been just any other sci-fi movie. Because I mean, unless
won't-
you knew that the symbiote, was
I
there.
won't call it water. I would probably call it Pellegrino.
There you go. So it has a vessel.
Sparkling water.
There it has a vessel. Okay, all right. I'll give you that. And no flavor. It's not vitamin
No,
water.
yeah, it's not. Yeah. That said, it had Tom Hardy, which is one of my favorite actors. So I guess maybe that was enough for me.
Cautiously optimistic.
So, yes, cautiously considering Sony, considering their track record with anything Spider-Man. Yeah.
Oh wait, this is Sony.
This is Sony.
Oh, then
yes.
fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm done. All right, forget it. Never mind. October. I'll watch.
There was only one proper Disney movie that came. That was a solo one. The other
The
one.
solo
is,
one? I thought that's not coming. That's not coming.
That's
until-
Disney.
That's Disney, right?
Yeah, that comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
And the other one was Fox.
The other one was Fox,
Deadpool
yeah.
was Fox, and this one's Sony. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, but Fox,
Everybody looks at it and goes, "Oh, this is all Marvel."
I like Deadpool, and I like what they did with Deadpool. I don't care about the X-Men's, but I did like, except for Logan. That movie was awesome. But
Logan was great. Yeah.
But oh man, that's so depressing.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
I
I don't have faith in them like that, but I'm cautiously optimistic, like you said. So.
Cautiously optimistic. All right. So, who is interested in playing Metroid Prime? Another one.
I am.
That should happen. That should have happened. That should have happened a while back, but since we didn't get it, that's fine. It's coming to Nintendo Switch. We already knew that, of course. What we didn't know was that Bandai Namco, of all developers,
Bandai Namco
is handling the development of Metroid Prime 4 for Nintendo, according to a report from Eurogamer.
So it's not so who's the other one? Retro Studios? Not Retro, Studios?
No, I think that what happened to I don't remember what happened. Didn't it close?
Retro
no,
Studios?
I'm thinking of Factor.
I don't think so,
I'm thinking
no.
of Factor 5. Never mind. Let's not say, but we don't know. Now this studio, it's actually Bandai Namco Singapore, or not Bandai Namco Studio Singapore, which is have been known to have former LucasArts Singapore staff that was previously working on the Star Wars 1313 game.
Oh, okay.
Which we had a great loss on that one.
We sure did.
Unfortunately, the moment that EA put their grubby hands on the Star Wars.
I thought that was Disney though.
No,
I think that was Disney who did that.
No, I'm sure
Was that
this
EA?
was
Okay.
when
I thought this was
when EA
LucasArts.
acquired them. When
no,
EA acquired
I think that was
them.
Lucas. I'll look that up. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead and look that up because I might be misremembering. I remember that it happened around the time that that this guy said, and then that's when talk started happening about the new Amy Heming what's her name Hemingway
Amy Hennig.
Amy Hennig, thank you. Amy Hennig's Star Wars movie, not movie, but game is coming out, and everybody got excited because oh my god, Amy Hemming, she directed the Uncharted series, which this is kind of like what we
series,
saw.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is kind of like what we were seeing 1313 to be. So there was a little bit of hope in that. But alas, that didn't keep to happen either. Instead, we got Battlefront 2.
Yes, that
And
gem of
Gina
game there.
Kavankar playing, lying to us that it was going to be a game about the Empire, and it was totally not. It was BS. Anyway, that game still does not have a release date.
But, Metroid? Us, because it's just starting production. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I just went to Bandai Namco's website for Singapore, and guess what they're saying? It says, we're hiring. I'm like, oh, you guys hadn't even started the game yet.
Oh.
They're looking for people.
Well,
That's what they're doing.
whatever they have, I hope that it's
All right.
not as bad as...
So, real quick, the game was canceled 2 years after development started. Canceled 2013.
2013.
Following the purchase of Lucasfilm from Disney. So it was actually Disney who probably canceled it.
Wait,
They had
following
The purchase of Lucasfilm.
Oh,
by
that's
Disney,
what it
yeah.
was.
So
Yes,
Disney
yes.
canceled
It was Disney bought Lucasfilm, and then
They canned it
they hoarded out to...
because
yeah,
they also
got you.
stopped their own interactive.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Miss Shadow, what do you got for us?
So, what I got is that Nintendo is giving Switch owners a new way to spend their My Nintendo coins.
They're my Nintendo coins.
Yes, if I remember, Nintendo members got the My Nintendo members got coins to use to purchase certain games.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was... I thought that got taken out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Didn't they stop that, or are they restarting that?
I think they're restarting it because starting in March, the My Nintendo members will be able to put gold points towards buying Switch games instead. So
I wonder how you get those.
Yeah.
yeah, you receive gold points by purchasing Nintendo games either from eShop or retails like their old program. Remember on the 3DS when you would register your games and you get points for that.
Yeah.
So kind of like that.
Oh, Sony has something like that.
I got a game holder out of that
PSN
one.
rewards or something like that.
And these points can be exchanged though for discounts and like coupons to certain games. But they'll have like some actual cash equivalent to them.
Okay.
So I guess like buying
Points that you can use to buy games?
Oh, probably games? For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was from the report that I read.
Okay.
So, Activision Blizzard.
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you about a company, indie company called Activision, and how they revolutionized the way that we all play games. As they announced that they've made over $4 billion on microtransactions for 2017, and half of that was just pure revenue.
I'm not surprised there.
Oh, no.
I mean, they get the most revenue during events in any other games.
Yeah.
Especially now with Overwatch.
But there,
The new-
was it the dog?
This is
The dog.
The dog. Year of
The
the dog.
Lunar New Year.
This is a new record for them. This was discussed during recent Activision Blizzard fourth quarter 2017 financial results. The publisher revealed that it made 7.16 billion in revenue in the entire fiscal year, a record for the company. Of
That's
that,
crazy.
4 billion was generated by in-game purchases. So a lot of Destiny, a lot of pushing microtransactions on the flag titles. Obviously Call
All
of
of
Duty.
them. Yeah, all their titles.
All
basically.
of them. Yeah.
Call of
Yeah.
Duty
All the
had their
microtransactions.
boxes.
Their mobile
Yeah.
division, also,
yeah, I forgot about
which is still like humongous. So yeah, Call of Duty World War II. That's the one that I was thinking. So they have already revealed what their next Call of Duty will be.
Oh,
Prepare yourselves. You guys probably
Call
saw
of Duty
post that
Ghost
already.
2.
Ghost 3.
Ghost 3? Oh, Ghost 3.
Black Ops 4. It's a new Call of Duty game developed by Treyarch.
Why
of
am I not
course.
surprised with that?
Hail surprise.
What are they
Exactly.
going to do now?
Exactly. What else are they gonna be doing?
Piloting
They ran out of
robots?
wars.
or something.
So
Isn't it always Treyarch that does Black Ops?
The Black Ops? Yeah,
That's
yeah,
their
yeah.
series.
yeah, that's yeah. I liked Black Ops 1. I did not care for 2. I never played 3. And of course, I mean, by this time, I don't think I care about any Call of Duty. Last Call of Duty I played, what was great was Advanced Warfighter. Yeah.
All right. Well, my piece of news here comes from another, regarding another developer. Just as big, probably bigger. I don't know. We'll see. Rockstar has come out with
Kind of big.
Yeah, they're kind of big. Yeah. Trusted Reviews released an article this week. I don't know if you heard about this. Evidently, they received documents back in August 2017 regarding Red Dead Redemption 2. However, since they felt that they were unsubstantiated, they decided not to release any information on it, and pretty much just pocketed the information. After the announcement of the delay by Rockstar saying it's going to get delayed until the end of this year, October, I think is the date gave. They also released some promotional images, and those images suddenly compared pretty well with the images they received in August.
Oh, so the leak was real.
Correct. Well, grain of salt here. Yeah. So the information goes in depth with some with what happened. They're going to have first-person mode. Appears they will have a battle royale mode in the multiplayer, which is the Red Dead Redemption Online, which we had no qualms or rather, we knew that was going to happen. Basically, they're going to do some sort of online thing. 2 characters from the documents include protagonist Arthur Morgan, and another one. The character was Dutch Vanderlyn, which is the leader of Dutch's gang. I'm sure if you've played the first one, you recognize these names. Red Dead Redemption 2 Online, as I mentioned, will have its own version of... Actually, it's going to have several modes. Battle Royale, Revive and Survive, and a Money Grab mode.
A money grab mode?
Money Grab mode, yes.
I feel like they're
Otherwise
trying
known
to...
as microtransactions.
Basically...
Yeah.
Loot boxes.
That's going to happen. That is going to happen. So I feel like they're trying to do something that Grand Theft Auto has been doing. And since now they've also, I guess, shout out that they've been released 90 million games sold already.
Jesus, 90.
My goodness.
90 what?
90 million.
90 million.
Yeah.
That's
in
ridiculous.
what, 4 years? No.
What? Rockstar has been around for a while.
No. Grand Theft Auto 5 about 4 or 5 years.
90 million units. Wow.
And I don't think
I feel like they're trying to do that with Red Dead. They're going to try and
They're
keep
gonna
it
do
going for
Oh, it's even
a few
worse.
years.
I expect. I mean, they can't do the exact same thing with Red Dead. They're gonna modify it, obviously, but it's gonna be throwing more towards the battle royale. I bet you anything, because it's a good setting for to have a battle royale. You know, don't you think?
Here's the connection that I see, which is pretty close to what's coming out this year. Remember Westworld?
Yes.
Well, Westworld Season 2 is coming out this year. And there's a little mode. Online play will include access to a number of shops and NPCs that can provide you with equipment and missions. These are free events, including treasure hunts and death matches. If anybody has seen Westworld, they know this is exactly what you can do in the world of Westworld. So I wonder if the release of it has anything to do with that. Yeah, could be. It's possible. Maybe not. That said, there's a lot of information. It's article is a long article on trustedreviews.com. I don't know how trusted they are, but hey, take a look at
They're
it.
very trusted.
I mean, if you have to call yourself trusted, I don't know. That said, a lot of information that they held on to. It's pretty interesting. Curious to see what comes out of it, but I have I have complete faith that they're gonna put some sort of online service that will either mirror or at least try to be better than the GTA.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
the King of Kong,
Uh-huh.
possibly the throne.
Again?
No, this time in not a good way. The overthrown should have been the word I should have used.
Overthrown.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what's the name? Something.
Billy Mitchell.
Billy Mitchell. Yeah.
By the way, you guys have me doing that now also. Damn it.
Sorry.
Billy Mitchell, who for almost 20 years have held the Donkey Kong highest scored record, has been called into question on a Twin Galaxies dispute forum. Twin Galaxies is a website that maintains the besides, of course, obviously. The record keepers. What's it called? Guinness. Yeah. The Twin Galaxies is more like
an online Guinness.
Towards, but more towards video gaming. Video games and stuff like that. And so they have their forum. One of the moderators, I think his name is Jeremy Young. Presented a wealth of evidence to show that Mitchell's performance was probably faked, and the way that they think that he might have quote unquote fake those scores was, they have to submit proof. Recorded proof of obviously their game, the gameplay, right? Mm-hmm. And think of it, this was like 20 years ago or
so this was a video cassette, basically.
That, probably the evidence of probably not existent, right now. But but his record was recorded directly from the machine. Now, granted, I don't think the record that they mean here is the same one that he had back in the day. I think this was, he did it recently. Let's say,
yeah.
And
he's been on
there had
top
to
of
be
it.
equipment to record, to record this again. But the problem is that this was, instead of being footage from someone say behind a camera on an arcade cabinet, this was a direct video. From, I don't know exactly how you do direct video from an arcade cabinet, but I've heard, I checked a little bit and I heard that there are ways to, split that.
What is it? I guess what I'm missing, is this a direct video of him altering the cabinet, or
No.
this is...
No.
The video?
Direct video, by direct video, I mean the footage is captured like the PS4 will capture
like
video.
a capture card.
Directly.
So it's gameplay footage.
Exactly. It's gameplay footage rather than someone behind him, like watching him play. All we see is just the game.
With that though, since they do that, there have been instances where you had the players who would edit this. They would have them clip scenes together.
Oh,
if it was pre-recorded, they would clip the scenes together so that it looks legit, but it's not.
Well, and not only that, but because obviously, editing something like that will be extremely obvious. But I see what you're saying. This could be done on an emulator. Mm-hmm. On an emulator, you can have save states where if you mess up, if you save and you messed up, you can just immediately hit a button and spring into the same area and just trying to keep playing like that, kind of perfect it.
And then you clip it together.
Then you can Then it gets clipped together. You just replace it, naturally, like it doesn't even look like it was altered. So they are assuming that that's actually what they what they sent out. We're talking about a guy that had a documentary in 2007. Was actually called "The King of Kong," A Fistful of Quarters, which was about the race for the Donkey Kong world record. Mitchell's 1982 score was 874,300 points, and it was maintained for 18 years until Team Serbia passed it with 879,200 points in August of 2000, and then Mitchell got it back allegedly in 2004,
2004.
933,900 points, and then we kind of went back and forth like that. There was another person also that surpassed it in 2005, and I want to stop mentioning numbers because the numbers keep getting ridiculous and
That
more
was
ridiculous.
that was actually the guy in the movie, Steve Wiebe.
Yeah. I mean, they're talking about some ridiculous numbers, man. The thing is, this guy was.
So he's a fraud, is what we're saying here.
Well,
Evidently.
we're not saying that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sorry.
They're
Well,
still in
Twin
the
Galaxies
investigation.
is
Well, they're investigating, but they have, because everything has looked so sketchy already. They have decided to retire, to remove his name from the Donkey Kong leaderboards, and I mean that could have a huge
impact on his
impact.
business because he's got a whole big thing going on.
He has a big business of what is it? Hot sauce.
Yes, hot sauce. Yes.
Yes. Billy Mitchell's hot sauce.
No one's gonna buy his hot sauce
Out of
nowadays.
all the things that you
Cheating
could make,
hot sauce. I don't want any of this.
out of
Eating
all the
hot
things,
sauce.
honestly. So, what I have shouldn't be really much of a surprise. So, Twitch is introducing new guidelines and policies
Yay! We all love guidelines and policy.
to try and better control their IRL or in real life section, because that's apparently been a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which
No more
would
porn.
yes, which would include how streamers dress.
Mm-hmm.
So how they dress, because it's always been provocative. Yada yada.
They try to be. They try to
Yeah.
do the. Hey, if I get
They
another
don't want to be
sub,
catchy,
if
yeah.
I get another sub, I'll do something here on the screen.
This, that, and the other.
Mhm.
So in
Come
a
on,
blog
people.
post, they outlined
There are
that
cam shows for that. You don't need to go to Twitch.
I know. You make more money elsewhere.
Exactly.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
but that's already a big service as it is, a
Yeah.
big public service
True.
at that. So they outlined a dress code that all streamers must abide by, regardless of gender. And the company is also updating its modern framework to review streamer conduct, and will use the new guidelines to determine whether the broadcast is intended to be explicit in nature. And it will issue consequences to streamers who are intentionally broadcasting sexually aggressive content. So, you already had moderators, like Twitch moderators, already, like in every channel. Usually, just watching to see how they'll do. And usually, stuff like this for like the past few years usually go under the radar because either no one reports it or they just
Or
overlook
they
it
want to
completely.
watch. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. They're like, hey,
But now since you have a lot of minors who watch
yep,
and
stream. Yeah, on
yes,
top of that,
that do. They do have the mature, like to say that this
the rating.
Yeah, that rating. They usually do that, and they usually tell you, before you broadcast. I've seen it a few times, but nobody cares about that.
Yeah, whatever. They care about
But,
that as much they care about the mature rating on a video game.
Now I hope they do
Yeah.
really do push that, because they've been pushing this a while. They do it every time they update everything, but I do hope they really do push it, because I like watching Twitch, and that if that keeps going on and staying away from what Twitch was originally meant to be, then I don't want to watch it.
I agree. I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either.
Speaking of regulations and rules and regulations, Germany is considering a ban on loot boxes. This came out by the German Youth Protection Commission. It stated that it's considering ban loot boxes after a research conducted by the University of Hamburg. They found too many elements of gambling in video games. No shit, Sherlock.
It's been a while since we last heard anything regarding negatively about loot boxes.
Yeah, it's almost been 3 days. According to PC Gamer, the German Youth Protection Commission is also considering a ban on loot boxes because it might violate laws against promoting gambling to children and adolescents. It is fair to note that the UK has made similar statements recently. And just as I was about to mark that to mention it here in the news, I happened to find that Sweden is investigating classifying loot boxes as gambling. So now that's the Swedish government, and this is also worth mentioning, considering that Belgium, if you remember, last year they began an investigation on it. I think they ruled that it wasn't gambling, in their case. But it's funny to see all these countries, and states even, because we even have, we have Hawaii, and I want to say there was another state, I'm not remembering which one right now it is, talking about the same issue, is loot box, gambling.
All you gotta do is think of it in a way of playing the slot machines, because that's literally what loot boxes are.
Yeah.
Playing with slot machines, because you don't know what you're gonna get until
all sevens.
it stops.
Oh, well, there's a
cherry?
chance. See, the argument, I will agree with you 100%, but the counter argument, which is legitimate, dictates that yeah, but on
You're
with
always
loot
getting
boxes,
something, yeah.
you're getting something, and with exactly with this.
There's always something that you gain, even if you already have it, like a duplicate or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Point is, you're always getting something, so you're not paying for nothing. You're still getting something. In gambling, yeah, you can sit on the slots for 2 hours, throwing coins in for those 2 hours, and walk away with nothing.
Which to me, it's still flimsy, because it's like, getting something that I didn't want or need is still getting nothing. To me. But then we go into the whole thing of, well, what about baseball cards? And I'm like, well, what about them? Yeah, they should also be considered gambling because of the way it is. But that's not for us, I guess, to decide.
Honestly, if you think about it, a lot of things would be considered gambling.
Yeah, true. Yeah, when you think about it, and it's just it's hilarious that the whole thing. It didn't begin with Battlefront 2 and EA's mess.
That
was the thing that brought it
one
to
thing
view.
ignited the
Yeah.
whole fuel to the flame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know who else took a gamble or is going to take a gamble? Disney is going to take a gamble.
Oh yeah. Well, they
yes.
had that solo movie.
Yes.
Oh, kidding.
They're going to be doing their own streaming service.
So
very
that's
similar.
actually now in play now. They've been talking about it for a while.
Yes, they're going to be doing it. It's very similar to Netflix. Obviously, it's going to have their content specifically, which Disney has a lot of, believe it or not. That said, it's going to be pulling some of their content off of Netflix.
I do know that they're gonna keep their exclusive R-rated stuff.
Oh yeah.
On
The
Netflix.
stuff that Netflix basically had to pay to have done. Yeah, they're gonna hold on
Well,
to
the
that.
stuff that they don't want on their, super family friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Network.
That said, there's a lot of content right now. I'm not sure if you know the original deal here, which was signed back in 2012, gave Netflix exclusive rights to certain Disney properties, which is why you can find a lot Captain America: Civil War, Rogue One, Star Wars Story. Those are all available on Netflix right now. And believe it or not, we're going to see eventually Thor Ragnarok. We're going to see Black Panther. That's still all part of the works. Yeah. Anything that Disney releases in 2019, however, will not come to Netflix. It's going to be used to power their own streaming service, which is set to come out. The Disney's streaming service is set to come out late 2019. So basically,
I don't know. I still believe. I still think if just type of shows keep coming, the Jessica Jones and more like mature hero series,
like
probably not going to be at their streaming service. Probably.
Oh, Disney's?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, that's what I'm saying. Even if it gets created later on down the line, it'll still be.
That's if they do that. At some point, they may just pull the plug and say, "All right, you've got the series that you need, and we're not making any more." Or maybe they will. Who knows?
Who knows?
Also, we don't know how this is going to land for Fox, because Fox, obviously, Disney now owns about 60% of Fox, and we don't know how their movies are going to land for that. Definitely don't see Deadpool ending up on Disney service.
No.
For the record.
No, definitely not.
But that said, yeah. So look to see what Disney what they bring with their service here in the end of 2019. So we still got a ways to go here.
Well, speaking of movies, Jumanji is now The Rock's biggest movie ever in the U.S. And you know what that means? They already announced that a sequel is on their way. Woo! Even though
it
that
had
movie
no script.
has an ending, it's still.
There are just some
they're already
movies
saying-
like this in this case that don't really need a sequel, but they're doing it anyway because of
might
publicity
as-
reasons.
Solo says hi.
Oh, they don't need a sequel, but they're going to make money from the sequel. They made so much money from the Jumanji. This just proves what's wrong with the movies in the theaters right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Right now?
Yeah, in the theaters. This is
Some
what's
might
wrong.
say this has been happening ever since, older movies like the Fast and the Furious movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's what I mean. When I say nowadays, I'm saying if you go back to
in
the
this
90s.
in this generation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what's wrong with the
We sound
movies
like old
nowadays.
people now.
In the
We are.
2000s.
No, 2000 I'd say it's with. I mean, there's just no substance in movies anymore. So anyway, that's a whole different topic.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to go right into our hot topic of the week.
Hot topic of the week.
Hot topic.
Oh,
I
so
can't
cute.
get
she's
this time.
suffering too.
That was adorable.
Oh man. So our hot topic, guys, as I'm sure you've read from the group, is
Netflix and chill, baby.
Netflix and chill. That's it. Yeah. What is
We're
your
gonna-
best Netflix and chill
We're gonna
moment?
tell
No, no.
your experiences, our experiences. We're gonna share. We're gonna bear it all.
Yes.
Oh no.
We're gonna get real. No, we're not gonna do that. So essentially, the question is simple. Netflix is like a powerhouse.
Taking over the world.
It basically is. Created a service that was cheap, affordable.
Some might
Everybody
say
got it.
a disruptor on the TV scene. Some might say.
No, most might say that. I bet you
Yeah.
CBS and ABC and NBC are all saying that.
Because they don't want to, like, when that happens a lot, it's because these companies don't want to work with each other. So, then that happens.
So the question is, can they sustain this? Can they continue? Can they survive this crazy streaming world that
I would-
they essentially brought to us?
I would say look at Blockbuster, but
Yeah, but that
We all know what
Blockbuster's not
happened there.
streaming. The world is streaming everything now. So, and here's the big question, I guess: are other services going to eventually overtake Netflix?
Nope. It's
No.
too late.
no, Netflix already dug its anchor in, and they dug it deep.
I tell you what, they
So
have.
they're not going
All right.
anywhere.
It will have to be. It will have to be something like revolutionary in the sense of the marketing charisma that it will have to attract pretty much every network to the fold in an era where every network wants to do their own streaming services, which I hate, but
I hate
it is
that
what
too.
it is. Yeah. Netflix it's creating its own content now. Obviously, you've seen it. And
Altered
besides,
Carbon.
they're also throwing in and accepting ideas and getting experimental with a lot of things. Some might joke about the fact that they
And,
greenlight everything.
Isn't Netflix like the influence to the Amazon and Hulu started doing their own
Yeah,
pretty much.
originals?
yeah.
The original stuff definitely came later. But yeah, Netflix pretty much pioneered that to make their own stuff.
Did they?
However,
Did they? Would you say that Netflix started with it? Because I seem to remember it, Amazon doing originals first, but I would not.
I remember.
Put,
I
don't
couldn't
know.
tell the
I think
timeline,
it was
but I
later
remember.
because the
yeah.
first one that I saw was Mozart in the Jungle. If I remember the name is.
Yeah, Mozart in
That
the
was
Jungle.
the first original, but that was like
That was after
Netflix was
Netflix's
already
first.
there.
Yeah.
So
I think Netflix. I think House of Cards. I want to say it was one of the very first ones, and I want to say that came out before any of the other ones from Amazon. That said, not all their stuff is good.
No, it's not.
Actually,
They're gonna
it
have
can also
their
be
bad
said
ones.
that most of the stuff is not good.
Most of the stuff is not.
A particular title comes
The
to
original
mind.
titles.
The original titles, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
obviously, all third-party content is what it is, but their original stuff. There's a little title that comes to mind called the Cloverfield Paradox.
Oh yeah,
You heard about this movie
that
that's
just came out recently.
getting panned
that's
by
not right.
the,
Yeah.
by the critics
Great
everywhere.
stunt, though. You announce a movie and it's available today.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, when you think about it,
So,
that's a good
like,
stunt.
after the Super Bowl, you know what people did? Watch the movie.
Watch the movie.
Exactly, they were already sitting and,
But, you know-
and drinking. So
But, you know, the Cloverfield movies weren't that great in general.
I like 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Well,
The first
but the
Cloverfield
first
was-
one.
First one was okay.
oh
You mean all
yeah,
shaky camera?
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about. I don't know
The
about any of
shaking
them.
camera syndrome.
The
Yeah, I
10
hate
Cloverfield Lane was not fantastic.
I thought it was pretty good. I think it was more of a character piece than it was anything else.
Yeah.
I think the problem is that they try to link it, and one can say about the Cloverfield Paradox, which I haven't watched yet, but they also link that to
Yeah.
the whole Cloverfield mythology, which is, to me, to say, what is the mythology? Because I've seen the first two, and I'm like, I don't see the mythology here, and now they made this one. It's supposed to answer all the questions and all
You know,
this stuff.
This is like the kind of series that I feel would be more beneficial if it was a TV series.
Yeah, to an extent. Well, the Cloverfield Paradox is more of a space opera, so I can see that being pretty expensive unless they go the Star Trek route. That said, I think having green lighting everything, or not. I mean, when I say everything, I assume they say no to certain things. But them constantly green lighting things, that's gonna kind of flood your market, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of a certain service called Steam. Which right now has way too much content, most of which is garbage.
And to
and
the
I wouldn't
point
want to
that they
see that
started,
from
you
Netflix.
know, they started cracking down on their green lights too.
Have they?
A bit. Well, more of their
I think it's
more
more of a,
mature stuff. They don't want any of
Perhaps.
that.
But for the most part, the game. I mean, yes, the games don't have to even be finished to be greenlit on Steam. Here, believe it or not, the Netflix movie Cloverfield Paradox, apparently it was already they were already shooting this movie before J.J. Abrams even figured out how to make it a Cloverfield film. So what does that
What?
say? Yes, that sounds very similar to unfinished product being released on Steam.
You know, I remember Netflix say, like the creators say that they're gonna take risk. I didn't mean something like this.
Well,
I-
but you guys have forgotten. There are. I mean, think of all the movies that come out. Right now out of Hollywood. All right. What percentage would you say it's good? I mean, you don't have to give me a specific percentage because it's impossible.
2%.
But let's say, okay. So what I'm hearing you say there is there's a lot of crap coming out of Hollywood, right?
Correct.
How is this different? Netflix,
It's not,
it's
really.
they're throwing right. They're just
Well, the difference is I'm paying for this.
Yes.
right.
It's still a service I'm paying for.
right, but
I don't have to go to the
you're
film
not-
to
but-
the movie theater to watch a poor movie.
When I
go
think
to
of
see the
Netf-
ones I want.
Well, yeah. Well, when I think on Netflix, I'm not choosing Netflix because of their exclusive. It's nice to know that they have their exclusive, but I'm there because they have the majority of the shows that I want to watch, kind of like third parties. In a case like that.
True, but they can easily lose those.
True. Yeah.
Which is why I think they're focusing so much on original content, because I think they're going to come to the point where so many other services are saying, no, we're going to
And
make
they
our
have
own
the-
service.
They
Yeah.
have lost some, like Fox.
A lot of
is
Fox
taking
stuff, yeah. They
their
took a bunch
stuff
of
out.
Fox
Well, what I'm trying to say is, I don't think the problem with bad films is a Netflix-centric problem.
No, I'm not blaming.
The same
Netflix.
thing is
No.
happening with everybody. This is just gonna be the way it is. Now, granted, yes, there are some stuff that you look at it and like, really, why does this necessarily have to become a thing? And some of the things that looked amazing, but it falters on the execution, like Bright. Bright. I don't think it was a great movie, but hey. apparently it did very well
It
for
would
them.
not exist if
to
it
the
wasn't
point-
for Netflix.
Yeah, no, exactly. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, yes, they seem to be greenlighting a lot of projects, but they also have a shit ton of money, and I would rather they spend it and they do stuff like that, experimental stuff, and there's gonna be some stuff that sticks, and some of the stuff that is just gonna go by the wayside and we're not gonna hear again. And it's still content regardless. They're still delivering us, stuff. Now, if the question is, well, is this Netflix thing, sustainable in an era of, on the era that we live right now with cable and stuff like that? I will say I have a very optimistic view of it. I think not only is it sustainable, but perceivably it is the way that everything might end up going. Think about cable. You get your cable, and you barely get any choices. They give you everything, and everything is bundled, and everything sounds great at first, but then at the end you're paying up the ass, and there's no way to get just the channels that you're interested or watch just the shows that you're interested. Here comes Netflix, and their idea is, hey, you can watch whatever you want, whenever you want. You feel like watching an episode of this series? Well, we're gonna give you the whole damn season. You can binge on it if you want. I don't like binging, so I only watch an episode a day, or maybe two. If I'm hooked, I might watch a little bit more, but I rarely binge.
That's good though.
Because I want it
Gives
to
you
last
enough
also.
time to,
To absorb,
Yeah,
to
but
reflect.
there are people that they just want it. They just want everything. They want it now, and they want to go see the next, and they want to be the first one to be able to have an opinion about the next, about the series. So they just gotta consume everything.
Yeah, there's that. Or the
And-
ones who have nothing better to do.
Yeah. Well, Netflix allowed them that, and cable does not. So, I think they're in a very good position. I think. Yes, there's been a lot of crap coming out of it. Sadly, I think it's a little overblown though. It's a little exaggerated because they have also delivered.
They have a
some
lot of good
series.
stuff, yes.
Yeah.
But the reason why it keeps coming up, especially now, is that you're seeing more and more of this. We just need to get it out. Like, for instance, the movie, going back to the movie, Cloverfield Paradox, the way that happened, that was actually supposed to be released in the theater. Okay, the movie company was going to make it. They were working with J.J. Abrams. What then ended up happening was, scheduling conflict. It wasn't coming through the way way they wanted to.
I remember that.
And then Netflix ended up purchasing the movie from them, the rights to the movie from them for about $50 million, which that's not too horrible.
No.
So the movie just needs to kind of make that or more in order for that to be profitable. The genius that you mentioned was the release of the trailer and everything on the Super Bowl, which normally is not cheap, obviously,
No.
because Super Bowl commercials cost a lot.
At that point, you're taking advantage of everybody's sitting down watching something.
Correct.
Watching TV.
That's the best way to do it. You only have to do that. So let's say it's $2 million per commercial. You only have to pay that once. Oh, I think I lost my mic.
And is it not good?
And I think I'm back. Sorry
All right.
about that.
Yeah.
So they only have to pay that once, and then suddenly, that's it. That's the entire marketing. They've marketed to God knows how many million people who are sitting watching the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and they know about it already. So it's a kind of genius way they did it. However, they did it with a film that's just not good. If they did that with a film that was great, think of how good that makes them look. Think of how bad it makes them look when you go see this movie and you go,
But
and it makes
crap.
you makes you question, why am I paying for this service if I'm not even getting good stuff for it? You know what I mean? So I think while you're right, it's probably going to continue as normal as a great service. I think if they continue to do stuff like this, it can hurt them. And like it or not, they've made a world where everyone wants to make a streaming service. So you don't want to give way to have somebody else become the king. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right now, I am regretting a lot not being able to watch the Star Trek Discovery series
On
because
CBS, yeah.
because I have to have the CBS. Yeah, exactly. And same thing with the shows on HBO. Great shows, by the way. Maybe they ought to get with some of the producers over there and learn another thing or two. I'm sure they also produce crap, but
Oh yeah, but
so far
they also have films. They have a lot of
Yeah,
movies.
they have a lot
of
of-
other stuff. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I lost what I wanted to say with that, but yeah.
All right.
lost
Well,
it.
I hear you. HBO, you know, it's a good example of someone else that, and they resisted for a while making their own service like they have now, but they finally did it and they make money. For me personally, for HBO, it's Game of Thrones. It'll probably be Westworld, and what I'll probably end up doing is just paying for the months that I need to
Yeah,
to see it,
yeah.
and then don't have to pay anymore. So
See, that's also like how it can be like a downfall though, like what you do.
Mhm.
You know, because you have all these services popping up, but like people will do what you do, and pay a month or a trial even, because a lot of them do trials. They'll do that trial, and then after that, they won't even touch it again.
True, but you can only do the trial once, unless you're using multiple emails. You're really going to do it
Or,
once,
like,
and it's
with the
only
paying.
1 month.
Hey,
And
hey.
every series they have is going to at least take you 2 months in order to finish.
I'll
it.
show you my Netflix password. Don't worry, I got you, bro. I
Thank
got
you,
you too, sis.
I
Only
have
you too.
Netflix. I
Only
need
you two.
HBO. Do you have HBO?
Yes. Huh?
You got HBO?
Yes, I got HBO. Also,
Oh,
you know
I
what?
need the HBO
I'll
I was
share-
about to
share.
say,
Okay,
like, we at least all have Netflix
all right.
right
So
now.
write it down. This is gonna be my password. I'm gonna give it to just both of you only. All right.
Okay.
So my username is Dream Twister. My password is Nivel Escondido. Number one.
Number one.
Don't
okay.
share with anybody. All
Any
right.
capitals in there?
Only the I and the D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to
There
know.
you go.
Some interesting information about Netflix. First off, their viewership. First, here's is one thing they don't do. They don't tell you what the viewership is for certain films. Like they release Bright, they will never release the number of people who actually watch the movie because they don't need to. No. That said,
it did good though.
I think it did well.
Yeah.
You know what I
Considering how many
don't
people we know saw it, and
like?
then we were talking about it.
You know what I don't like about Netflix is this whole rating thing that they have now.
Oh, the rating system
Like
really
I
messed me up. I
prefer
was not happy
the
with that.
stars instead of the ratings.
I agree.
Because I know some that says that I wouldn't like it, but I ended up liking it anyway. Like, thanks, Netflix.
Yeah, but if it is like a 3-star, you're like, well, I guess I can go either way. But when you go thumbs up, thumbs down, that's ridiculous. I don't like that. Currently, as of 2017, their subscribers, they do release their subscriber numbers. They're at 109 million subscribers. So
I bet you there
figure,
will never be, like, I bet you every single household has Netflix in it. There's not one
two
person who
accounts.
can't say
Yeah, I'm sure.
that they don't.
I mean, they have multiple accounts too on top of that.
Especially since,
Yeah.
like, I know I have family members who share accounts.
Yeah, that's what I'm
you
saying.
know?
So that's one account for 8 people. You know what I mean? That's not, they're not making money off of the 8 people. Something else I wanted to bring up since we're speaking on Netflix. Netflix did release an article on Forbes and it says these are the top 10 shows that new members binge first. Have you seen this article?
No, I'll be very interested in knowing those.
Yes. So I'm not going to go over numbers of how
I
much
bet you I've seen some of those shows already.
I'm not going to go over numbers as to how much are viewing it because they did actually release some viewership on this. That said, this is the order from 10 to 1. Number 10, Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I know a few people still that watch it.
I can't believe 16, 17 seasons. Let
Hey.
it go, guys. Let it go. Seriously.
The season say hi.
Number 9, Family Guy. I can definitely
Of
see
course,
that.
Yeah.
Definitely see that. Number 8, American Horror Story.
Yeah.
No, no, no.
I
They
can
market
see
the
that.
hell out of that. So
Yes, they
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Black Mirror's gonna be there somewhere.
Number 7, Fuller House.
Yep.
Yep.
Which
They
I actually, and not to mention, that's one of their, well, not
They're
originals,
one of the
but
originals.
one of their properties. Yeah.
And yeah, they renewed. They have another season.
Yes. Which I enjoyed. I mean, it was silly, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
Hey, yeah.
It's Full House.
Yeah,
It's
it
gotta
had,
be
it had a
silly,
bit of
right?
its old like the
Charm?
Full House originally, but with a modern twist to it.
Yeah.
Just like the Boy Meets World spinoff.
The spinoff, that's right. Number 6, Sons of Anarchy.
Yep.
Which
I've seen it.
I wasn't able to binge the whole thing, but I got stuck halfway. Number 5, House of Cards.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I can see that stopping now with the whole Kevin Spacey
It's
issue.
out. Yeah.
Number 4, Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Wow.
Another one of their properties there. Number 3, The Walking Dead.
Oh,
Which
that's
is
really.
Not even.
Okay.
They don't even have the
required
latest one, don't
viewing.
they?
They're always a season behind.
That was a
Yeah.
behind, yeah.
But like it takes like a year or two.
Yeah, to
before
catch up, yeah.
Yeah,
Because they
it's
have to
ridiculous.
wait until the current season's finished.
Yes.
So.
Number 2, probably the best show ever, Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. Oh, wow. I did not hear Black Mirror here then. I'm surprised.
So
'Cause I know it's not
number
gonna be
1, you're like, it's not going to be number 1. Number 1, believe it or not, I didn't think this either. Orange is the New Black.
Oh.
I expected that. You know what's
I didn't expect
I
that at all.
expected that. It was gonna
yeah.
be either between 1 and 10. Like any one of those, it was
Either
gonna be
we're
there.
gonna be here for one, number 1 or number 10.
Number 10, or somewhere in between.
Or somewhere in between.
Yeah, I expected that because that's like whenever someone gets Netflix, that's what they immediately start watching is that show.
Gotcha, yeah. Well,
It's not bad.
it's on my list, and I took it off the list. Then I put it back
it
on
back.
the list, and then I think currently it's off the list. I don't know. There's just too much to watch, though.
Just remember, if you go by popularity contest, Jumanji is getting a sequel thanks to everybody that
I just
liked
watched
It's
it.
getting- yeah.
Thank you. I blame
Yeah.
you, sir. I blame you because
I
you went
watched
to the
it,
theater.
but I was in the mood for a stupid movie, and that's exactly what I got. A really
Well, I hope you're
stupid
moved for
movie.
more stupid movies because now they're making more because of you, sir. All right, guys. Any final thoughts on Netflix future?
I hope they don't keep increasing the prices, their monthly prices, which of
that's
course
gonna
is gonna happen.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. At least it's only like $1. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah, but $1
if they
here,
come
$1
double
there.
it from $9 to 18, then we're like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Now you're becoming
And
cable.
to be fair, they are delivering. They are delivering.
I agree.
With content. so.
100%. All right, guys. Well, that brings us to the end of episode 94 of GG's a Mouthful podcast. We are 6 away from the 100th episode, which we are going to be doing at the bunker, and we are going to be getting a lechon. Mr. Chackrod, I asked you to tell me how much it is so I can send
So we
you the
can
money.
actually, so we can PayPal you the money.
Yes.
Sir, are you sure episode 100 won't happen while you're out in the Europe?
No.
Did you check that?
I checked that.
Did you
It's in
did
March. I leave
you
in
did the
April.
math?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Not to worry.
We're
I will
on
not be
what?
in Italy.
94.
We're 94.
Okay.
So it'll be in March.
Yeah,
like
that's-
towards the
that's-
middle to end March.
yeah.
And I leave the end of April to Italy. So, all right, guys. This is Mad Dog signing off for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, please go to goodgame.tech and join the conversation there. Also, go to Nivel Escondido on Twitch. .tv, and also, of course, they have their own website. I think it's Nivel_Escondido .com.
I don't know if it has that underscore. Well, I
I mean,
feel like
NivelEscondido.com.
I feel like we're gonna get.
We're gonna screw this up for
Yeah, we're
We
gonna.
have
screw it up. We're gonna be
screw
set. We're gonna be.
I
It's gonna be
apologize.
redirecting to some porn site. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm buying that domain. Make sure I protect it from them.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So no one will go to a porn site called Nivel Escondido.
No.
Thanks to Dream Twister here. Jumping
You're
on
welcome,
the
Joanna.
landmine.
You're welcome, bro.
Mr. Dream Twister, what do you have for us?
Monster Hunter and close us down because it is hot in this bitch.
And Mrs. Shadow 24/7.
I'll keep it short. I want to go home.
Okay.
I need to feel better.
Fair enough.
Need to feel better.
Feel better, Shadow.
It is-
By all means.
For the
By all
record,
means.
it is nivelescondido.com. I apologize for adding an underscore that doesn't belong there. Go there now. He has a nice piece on Shadow the Colossus, which all you have to do is hit translate on the Google thing, and you'll be good to go, guys.
You know, you guys have been
don't know
so into Monster Hunter that I'm surprised you haven't played it yet.
Who? Me?
Shadow of the
Wait.
Colossus.
Together? Oh, Shadow
Yeah,
the
one of
Colossus?
you.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I'm surprised.
Monster Hunter, man. I can only afford so many games.
You've been
I will
all
get-
over Shadow of the
I
Colossus.
will
now
get
it's
Shadow
like,
of the Colossus. It's going to happen. Oh, that's going to happen. It's just,
I'll wait for
I get
PSN.
Oh, no, I'm not waiting. I'm gonna wait for them to raise the price. Then I'll buy it.
Right. Oh, why? Because it's only $40.
No, because I want to give them money for it. That's fine.
All right, so buy my copy, and you would have given them
Done.
the money. All right.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
GG!